All right, we've got Eddie here today. Eddie, what did you just do?
I got top 32 at the Salt Lake Regionals today and ended up getting my invite.
What did you play?
I played Branded Hero.
Played Branded Hero.
Yep.
How did you love it?
I loved it. It's such a cool deck, dude.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Let's just hop right into it. I'm excited to see what you did.
All right. So let's start off with the monsters. We play 2 Aluber, just because you don't want to run 3 in this deck because this isn't the main engine. It's just like a side piece to help you go through your branded plays. It's really good. Like it's very good right now. There's not really much to say about it. We play 1 Tragedy because you're just going through branded plays. He's gonna get you your ad libitum, or he's gonna help you reset any of your stuff that's in the graveyard. So he's super cool. We go 1 ad libitum, which is just a free special if you use them as fusion material.
Yep.
And we play 1 Fallen Valvas. This one was a little weird just because it's a one-of and people might not agree with running just 1. Just because you're going through your branded play so much, but I honestly didn't need a second one.
So like a second one never came up?
A second one never came up in my games.
Wow,
it was nuts.
All right, let's get to the spice.
Let's get to the real reason why you're here. We play 2 Vision Hero Vion.
2 Vion, all right.
Yeah. Vion is just super good because he dumps any hero, and he searches Poly, so Poly isn't like a brick in your deck. I guess you can call it like a discount agent package, but I don't know. Like the utility between all the heroes is so good. The consistency is great. I loved it. So that was 2 Vion. We ran 2 Shadow Mist because it either asks you mass change or it lets you search for a hero. Just any hero, so it's super good. Stratos.
Only 1.
Only 1 because it's a cool normal summon. Don't get me wrong, it's a very cool normal summon, but most of the time you want to like special summon this card out, just so you can get free advantage.
Excellent.
1 Liquid Soldier because holy crap, this card is freaking bonkers when you play it with hero stuff. Unless you draw 2, discard 1. On normal summon, you can special one of your elemental hero, or like any hero actually, from the graveyard back to the field. It came up a lot. The normal summon thing, holy crap, it came up a lot.
It works on banish with the marker fusion too.
Yep. So actually, with this card, it just says if it's used as fusion material and sent to the graveyard or banished. So you can Albion this thing. You can like do any kind of different way to send this to your graveyard for fusion material, and it'll still get its effect. So it's super cool. That's it with the elemental heroes. Now we got for the spice, Destiny heroes. We got 2 malicious. Nothing to say. He just specials himself. Super good. This card was bonkers. Holy crap, this card was so good.
And this is one of the new ones, right?
Yeah, Destiny Hero Deniers. So what happens is if you have a Destiny Hero in your graveyard or on the field, once per duel, you can special it. And then on normal or special, you can take one of your Destiny Heroes from your hand, graveyard, or banish, put to the top of your deck. So
that's how you recycle your malicious.
that's how we get malicious at 3 again. It was
nice.
It's so nice, dude. We run Destiny Hero Plasma because you don't want your opponent to have effects on field. It's not super prevalent like now because branded.
Yeah.
But it's still really, really good and it still comes up a lot. But this is the real spice of the deck. This is literally how I got most of my games.
Destiny Hero Dogma.
So for those who don't know, Dogma can only be tribute summoned using 3 monsters, including a Destiny hero, to special himself. And then on your opponent's next standby phase, which is the next turn, he halves their life.
So he doesn't burn or anything. It's their life points get halved.
It's like he Thanos snaps. He Thanos snaps their life in half.
And it's not an activated effect or anything, right?
It's an activated effect, so it has to be face up on the field to resolve, but literally no one knew what this card did. So when I activated it, and I was like, activate effect, half your life. They're like, is there a cost to it? I'm like, no, activate effect, half your life. And they're like, wow. So it puts them on a clock, especially with what the deck does.
Yeah.
Next
No.
just...
The cost is half their life points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So next we go into hand trap. So 3 Ash, nothing to explain.
Yeah.
2 Ogre. Ogre was super fun in this format, just because it was able to like kill monsters that needed to resolve effects on the field, or continuous spells, or like field spells. It was nice. 1 Ghost Spell. I should have run this at 2, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Seeing it at 1 was alright-ish. I used it a couple of times, but I wish I could have played this at 2. So I might change that a little bit. Nibiru. I don't run it because I'm going first, because this deck wants to go first. I run it because I'm afraid of Nibiru.
Yeah, okay.
And you'll see why.
So we're seeing a cross out coming up.
Yep. Valor.
Same reason?
Same reason.
Yep.
Next we got spells. We got Branded Fusion.
Of course.
It's freaking broken. Like literally broken. Just fusion summon anything with Fallen Valbaz. It just sets up so much plays, dude. 1 Branded in red because you only needed the 1 time. But you just target either Fallen Valbaz if it's still there, a Luber if it's there because you sent it by tributing into Dogma. You just fusion summon. It's super sick. MVP. Holy crap. Holy crap, MVP of the day. Fusion Destiny, everyone knows what Fusion Destiny does, but everyone gets locked out. They think that's the end of their turn. This is the beginning of mine.
Would you say that's one of the reasons you decided to go specifically for the hero variant of Branded, because you could continue playing after drawing Fusion Destiny?
Yes, I did. Fusion Destiny is just a 1-card combo starter for heroes, so you're freaking solid with this. Miracle Fusion, of course, you have to. Mass Change because we hate the rogue matchups. Of course. It doesn't really do much against the Despia matchup, but against anything else, it literally kills. It kills. Poly because it's a searchable card in your deck now instead of just a brick. 3 Branded Opening. Oh my gosh, this card is so sick. Every time I open the hand with this card, it's this card, resolve, pitch malicious, special Luber, you're off to the races.
Ugh.
A hero lives. The ultimate bait for any hero player. It's so good. If it resolves, sick. You're plussing. If it doesn't, cool, you just bait in Nash. Because
go.
who's not going to Ash this thing?
Crazy people. Can't wait for it to be a 3.
I ran 2 Droplet today. Droplet was cool. I think if I had it at 3, it'd be a little bit more consistent, and I probably wouldn't have lost one of my matches, but 2 of it is fine because you can just activate it. I had the craziest chain links with this thing. So I activated Branded Fusion. My opponent chained Ash. I chain Crossout. They chain Baron de Fleur. I chain Droplet sending Crossout, Fusion, and a Malicious in my hand. And I was like, wow, that's so sick, dude. And it was nuts because he had I was playing against Sword Soul. He had a Baron, he had a Chijiao, and he had a Berserker of the Tenyi. So
oh my goodness.
I was just able to out all of it. Cross out because I don't want to get blown out by anything. Especially if I go against Despia, I can just cross out, call Branded Fusion on their turn. They can't use it.
Oh, that's spicy.
Because it doesn't hurt me, it hurts them.
Yeah, because you just use Fusion Destiny instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rhoda, you have to. You're looking for all your heroes. Called by, you don't want to lose to Ash. You literally don't. And double Imperm. Imperm was super sick. I really liked it. I think 2 is fine. You don't need the 3rd because it doesn't come up all that much. As much as you think it does, it doesn't.
Okay.
So that was good. That was the main deck.
Let's go right into the extra.
Extra, you run Lubellion, obviously the first thing you make off of Branded Fusion. Super good, shuffle back stuff, it's nuts. Mirror Jade, it's a contingency plan for if your first win con doesn't work. This is like a good wall to sit behind. Albion is a freaking monster in this deck because you can banish your Destiny heroes and hard make DPE with this thing.
Ugh.
It's so good. Yeah, this thing helped out a lot today.
How many times did you use Albion to summon DPE?
Albion, I used him 4 times to summon DP.
Oh my gosh. And Lubellion, how many times did you use him to like shuffle Malicious back into the deck?
I wouldn't shuffle Malicious back. You want to have him in your graveyard. I would shuffle Tragedy and I can't remember. It's Tragedy and then a Fallen of Albus. That's right.
Okay.
So I would make this guy. Masquerade the Blazing Dragon.
Yeah,
so the win con of this deck. This is the spice. You Dogma, have their life in standby. On resolution, you brand it in red because you already have this on board because you hard made it with either Lubellion or Albion. You get your Aluber, and then you banish Aluber, and you banish Dogma on field after he resolved his effect because you don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
You summon the second one.
The second Masquerade, so that anytime they do anything, they burn for 1200 now.
Yes,
That
and they're
is
on 4K. They burn for 12. They can only activate effects 3 times because that's 36 life points, 3600. They're on 400 life points. They can't activate anything after that.
Oh my gosh.
That's how I won a couple of my games. It's pretty sick.
The people are going to be wanting to ask you how to do those combos later on, right?
Maybe if people want to ask and want to know how to do it, I'll show them.
Right.
2 Guardian Chimera. To be real, I only needed the 1. This is a stand-in. You'll see in this profile, there's a card missing that most hero players are going to be like, why are you not running this card? But Guardian Chimera came up like a lot on my opponent's turn, so it was really good. If I couldn't get into Dogma or Plasma, this was the next best thing, along with Mirror Jade. So that was sick. Your boy DPE.
DPE, of course.
In this deck, he's super sick because instead of maxing your opponent's monsters by 400, it's going to be like 200 times the amount of hero monsters in your graveyard, which is a lot. It stacks. And a lot of your opponent's monsters, after they use all their effects, can't run over him. Dystopia. Dystopia's sick. I activated him twice today.
Okay.
I didn't really see a need to go into him unless I was like trying to kill for game or go for time. So he helped me win in time like twice.
Okay.
So that was, well, not time, but like I killed my opponent because they were at like 11 or 1200 life points left. Dangerous because it's just a Destiny hero and a Dark Monster, so you can Fusion Destiny. I don't know, a Malicious, and you can Fusion Destiny.
Fallen of Albaz.
No, Tragedy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so you get Tragedy's effect because it was sent off by an effect, and then this, if you discard 1, you send a Destiny hero from your deck to the graveyard. So it's just another foolish burial. So
Fusion Destiny can send the Despia with that?
Yeah, because it's only a dark. It's only a Destiny hero and a dark effect monster.
Yeah. That's gross.
Absolute Zero.
Of course.
Of course, you have to. You run
Yeah,
a
it's a hero
Liquid Soldier,
deck.
you have to. Master Dark Law. This card was. It came up a lot in rogue matchups, which is pretty cool.
Doesn't hurt.
I don't care if it doesn't hurt you, Adam. But yeah, no, this card came up a bit, so it was super fun. Hero players will be noticing that there's no Elemental Hero Sunrise. Unfortunately, I could not get him early enough before the event started, so I had to play with 2 Guardian Chimera instead.
Oh no, 2 Chimera.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Honestly, like the deck was super sick. If I had the Sunrise, it would make playing a lot easier, but I was honestly fine without it, so it wasn't like too bad. Dragos Stapelia for the Super Poly. Cross Crusader because it's a hero deck, and you can honestly, if your opponent sends DPE, like non-target sends it to the graveyard and not destroys it,
Have you watched?
you can just go into him on your next turn using all your heroes. Just revive DPE and you're fine. He'll be back and your opponent's just like, I thought I got rid of him. I'm like, no, he's gonna come back. And Anaconda.
Okay.
Anaconda's Anaconda. If all else fails, just go into him.
Yep. All right, let's hop into that side.
The side deck, this was pretty spicy, if I do say so myself. I ran 2 alpha.
How often did it come up?
It came up a lot.
Really?
It baited out a lot of things because everyone was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stay on this board. I'm like, cool, special alpha. They're like, oh, crap. I'm like, okay, cool, alpha effect, target himself. They're like, so they have to answer him, or else their board's just gonna get bounced. If you bounce this, you bounce the Mirror Jade, and the Mirror Jade doesn't get its effect to destroy your board at end phase. So it's super good. That's the only reason why I played this card, but it was super nice in every other matchup. Necro Banshee and Zombie World.
That's normal.
It's normal. I'm afraid of the Flunder matchup, and I am afraid of the Sword Soul matchup because for all their 10E plays, their spells to like to extend all have to tribute worm monsters. So if you have this and you make them all zombies, 1, they can't tribute. 2, even if they could, they can't because they're all zombies, not worms.
Yeah.
So it's super nice, and it turns off Chi Jiao because you can't banish a worm anymore for a negate because they're all zombies.
Or Odd Eyes. Or, and hear me
Lightning Storm because I want to blow out my opponent's board.
Of course.
Red up Odd Eyes.
Super Poly, for many reasons why I run this card. 1, it's canonically correct with heroes. This is like a lore canon card for heroes.
Except for Phantom Knights.
Shout out to my boy Jaden, Supreme King all the way. Supreme King Jaden, shout out to him. So getting rid of problem boards is great. Also, this card, when you're going second and you go in for game, if you don't have enough, you just activate this, pitch a card, just fusion into a hero, into a Destiny hero. It doesn't matter which one, because you're just gonna keep hitting for game. Evenly matched.
Of course.
It's a blowout. It's a blowout. I can't not run it.
Yeah.
Against all the adventure players, if they keep the token, or like if they summon the token and they have nothing to negate with this, they keep the token. So I'm like, I'm mad chilling. And Dimensional Barrier. D Barrier was super sick. I only ever used it against Sword Soul matchups because I hate synchros. And I used it once for Ixies, which is super cool. But whenever they make me go, whenever they make me go second, I actually side 1 copy in, so that when they activate theirs, I can just cross out Dimensional Barrier, and I won't get affected by it.
So did you feel like this deck performed how you were hoping it would?
Yes it did. I am super happy how this deck worked out. It was nuts. I'm kind of surprised I resolved Dogma every game I played. That was nuts.
Do you feel like this is the deck you're going to be using for the rest of this format?
Maybe not. I might make some tweaks to it, but I really like this deck, and I would advocate for any hero player to look into it. I got the idea from a YouTube channel called Jaden BR. He was the first one to do the Dogma burn stuff, and I was like, yo, that's wild. Let me try this. And so I put it into practice, and I have rarely lost to people with it. So it's pretty nice.
Well, congrats, my guy. You did it.
Thank you.
All right, see you around.